morning, guys. Good morning, Empower. Happy Wednesday. Happy Tuesday. I already had a morning. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Shelly. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Gold. Good morning, Pink. I don't remember if I said good morning. Happy Wednesday. Just giving everybody a few moments to kind of get in here and we'll kind of break down everything together. Kick gotta get. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Esco. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. No early worms today. I felt like it was a weird start this morning, or it has been a weird start, I should say. But I'm hoping when market opens, we get something. Also looking at some of the ones from yesterday to see if they're gonna. So we'll see. Market actually opens action. We ain't have anything. I didn't see anything. At least for me, I didn't see like rate. Ooh. Usually I come in and be like, hey, my top. I really like this one. But I'm gonna break down everything for you. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Busy morning already, but pretty good. Can't complain. I don't have like shares in it, no, but I did see it this morning. It had a good pop this morning, but I didn't find any. It didn't have any real news. I know they had what was it? I read about it. Um, I think they regained compliance or something like that. Um, but they didn't have anything direct to the pop that they had this right. This one had a $5 or $7 rise in price. YX YXT whatever it is, that one $5 or $7 rise, but there was no reason. Well, at least right now, I haven't been able to find a reason. Um, King, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Rise and shine. If anybody has anything on it, maybe I've missed something. Maybe I didn't get something. Let me know on YXT. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for it to be doing what it's doing right there. So it could be one of those. I'm not gonna call it a pump and dump, but it could definitely be possibly one of those. I didn't find any why it was raging like that. This not Alexa. All right, give me 2 minutes, guys. I know I had a slow start this morning. Give me 2 minutes. We're gonna be rocking and rolling. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Come on in. Love up on the screen. Say good morning. All those things are free and greatly appreciated. Tell me. Yeah. All right. Let's get it. SPI booming. We're about to talk about all of that stuff right now. All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody is doing an amazing, amazing. I'm sorry. Hope everybody's having an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We're gonna go ahead and go over the market, break down the market, see what exactly we're working with, what it's looking like on this good, hopefully good Wednesday morning. If it's your first time here, good morning. My name is Jenny. I go by the Financial Doctor. I'm here just about every morning. My trading journey. We have open session. Talk investment. But maybe talking stocks more than trading, which is what I do. We're gonna go ahead and go over everything, break down the market, see what kind of market we're kind of stepping into 30, and go over some of the stocks that we'll be looking at, see why we're interested. Yesterday we had a raging green market because they announced a closure of a deal with us. Remember I told you guys they used the word close yesterday. So the deal is officially not closed. They're still in talks and conversation, saying that on the intel of the deal, we're still in the green market. Not as green as we started yesterday, but definitely market is still green. Just a few days ago, we talked about the market is still we still have a progressive market, right? The market may not be progressing in the that it was so it is progressing at a slower rate or growing at a slower rate, but we still have a growing market. When we spoke about the market or the Dow maybe a week or two ago, we were talking about the Dow being at 53,000. On the Dow is up literally $1,000 in a week based off the news and on right now. At a Dow, it's about $54,000, 5,300 around that. And we're opening up the Dow today up about 200 by 40 my 40 nice is up about 60 or 70, I believe, last I checked. So still growing market, still a moving market. They're anticipating a closure of a deal with Iran, leaning on the side of things. And definitely hoping that would help us have a more positive, solid green day. So far, August has been good to us, and we're hoping and continuing to for August. So let's go ahead and break down everything. What are we looking at? Why are we looking at? Why we're interested? So far, on and so forth this morning. We have GTE at the top. GTE announced that they are selling some of their assets that they have in Colombia and Ecuador. They're selling it to another company for about 1.3 billion dollars. If they are able to sell or get rid of these assets, however you want to see it, it would allow them to be almost debt free and have an additional 300 or so $1 million of cash for them to use and basically kind of pour into back to the remainder of their company and things. Have a deal for a company to purchase their assets that are in Ecuador and Colombia. Assets are located, they would be selling for about 1 billion, 1.3, $1.3 that would that would make them almost dead. At the very bottom right here, you have DBGI. DBGI announced that they received an offer for $1 billion to purchase the entire company. They are to go able to complete this offer. They will sell each share would be worth about 70 or 72 or $75 or so for the share. Again, that is just an offer, it's not a closed deal. It's not like a letter of intent. They're not even at those stages yet, but they did a $1 billion for the purchase of the entire company. And the shares would be valued at about 70 something, it's 70 something dollars. We also have RITR. RITR. We looked at RITR before. RITR earlier this week or last week. We looked at RITR, very recent. We looked at RITR. They're expanding their logistics, their automated logistics system. And I believe also adding additional products. I'm sorry, projects in 29 different countries. So that is the deal with RITR. That is why that one has a pop. That is why that one is DFNS. We've been looking at DFNS on and off for the past a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at this point. But definitely at least a week and a half with DFNS. We've seen the stock go from $6 to like $105. I was trying to see if it could pick up some steam. Find its way back up. I'm also looking at the I spoke about it briefly this morning. YXT. YXT had a good pop this morning, right? The stock came from being about $3 this morning, and now you're looking at a stock that's about $8. It went up right under the $11 mark, if I'm not mistaken, this morning. But there's no news. There's no reason why this particular thing is moving, right? I was like, this thing has to have some news, it has to have something backing it up. I wasn't able to find anything at all, and I was even Esco even brought it up in here this morning. There's no reason that I can tell you guys that this is popping. Does it have a nice chart setup? Absolutely. Did it go up about $5-7? Absolutely. Is it something that you can take a look at? Yeah, it just makes it a risk factor for me because it doesn't have a reason that it's moving or anything of that sort. But I'm also looking at AMXI from yesterday. AMXI did us very well yesterday, right? Held on to AMXI from yesterday. Probably been like, and I would have been booming. But AMXI did us pretty good yesterday. A few of us were able to kind of go in AMXI and get it. So I'm thinking if nothing else is moving, then maybe the attention to kind of go back to AMXI. They were the ones that got a patent for their technology to kind of aid with nervous system disorders and pain. So that was the deal with AMXI, but it is the play from yesterday. Also, TNMG was also a play from yesterday. I know now, but want to see what it's going to do when the market opens. Again, nothing is going too crazy right this very second, I would say. But definitely want to take a look at a few of these, see if they're going to do it as the market open. Open about 8 minutes. 8 minutes. You guys are looking at anything, drop it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to take a look at it. But let's see what today's gonna bring. Hopefully another good green day for today. Let me know if you guys are looking at anything else different. YXT is right here. I'll put it at the top for you. Good morning, Will. We just spoke about YXT. It's right here. It's moving. I have no idea why it's moving. You also have INLF is moving. INLF was on our watch list this morning. It got a little attention the past 15 and a little. I don't have any new. It doesn't have any attached to it. That has a nice pop. Just FYI. YXT. Good morning, guys. Come on in. Happy Wednesday. morning. All right, what do I have on my top? DFNS, RITR, INLF, AMIX. Looking at TNGM. You guys know those last two are from yesterday for me. Also looking at YXT, just to see what it kind of does on that one. So those are my picks so far for this morning to see what they're gonna do. Also reminding guys, we are reading Atomic Habits. If anybody is interested in reading Atomic Habits, feel free to grab the book. We're actually gonna do a little review of the first few pages that we read tomorrow at 8 8 Eastern time. I created a event in on my bio if anybody's interested. I think or save it or something like that, so it allows you to kind of get like a notification if but it'll be right on here. It'll be live on TikTok. You don't have anything different. But it'll be like live right on here. So if you guys read the book, been reading the book, you can get it on what is it, Spotify? To my understanding, you can get it on Spotify if you have a subscription. I've heard that the book is available on YouTube. You can get Audible book, the hardcover book, get it on Target, various different ways. But I definitely encourage you to get it, read the book, and hopefully it's beneficial for you guys. Pink, thank you so much for sharing the live. I greatly appreciate it. Kick, no, this is not crypto. This is regular stocks, just basic stocks. I don't do crypto, forex, or any of that stuff. VK, good morning. How are you? Definitely been a long time. I hope you've been well. Happy Wednesday. I'm not in on YXT. I'm be completely honest with you. I'm not in on YXT at all. I have no idea why YXT. I know what you mean. I have no idea why YXT is moving, but I'll definitely be watching it to see what it does for today. But I'm currently not in on. I'm not in on anything right now. But yeah, we were talking about YXT. That one had a nice pop today, $5-7. I think at least $7 at this. But there's no news, no nothing on it. I don't know why it's moving, why it's raging. Somebody got some insight. Please let us in. We want to know. Maybe they had a conference and invite me again. Here it comes. It ain't on. The God said it's over. Ain't on. Until God says it's over. Do you? Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. We got about 40 seconds, guys. 40 seconds. Let's get ready for the day. I'm hoping today is going to be a good day. We are still believing that August is going to be a great month to help us end the year in a proper way. We already took our hit for July, but we're going to continue a great August. Let's see what today brings us. SG, good morning. Happy Wednesday. We trying to get the dollars in our pockets. I know where we're at this morning. All right, market is open. You got to pop from You got to pop from INLF. So far, market is open. Let's go green team. AMIX trying to hold the $13 line. DFNS not doing anything here. But INFL has a quick little pop here. CNNG not doing too much right here right now. On INFL, let's go, Esco. Quick play. Esco says she got her coins 30 seconds into market being live. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Congratulations. SG, yes, it's been a while. I hope you've been okay. Congratulations, Esco. Get in and get out. RITR guys trying to get a little pop here. AMXI, remember that was our play from yesterday. AMXI trying to push itself back up. Nothing really going too crazy right now. DFNS trying to find his way back up here. What is this thing? INFL, INLF, my apologies, was halted. It got halted down. Should be back at 9:35. I'm sorry, guys. Should be back at 9:35. YXT is also halted, guys. YXT also halted at 9:30. Should be back at 9:35. You placed your first order. Let's go. Clap it up for me, guys. Amazing job. Madden, good morning. We are trying to get rich out here, and always. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing good. Man, good job. How do you feel? Congratulations. I'm happy you're able to place your first order. Let's go, guys. That's amazing. You're on your way to being a profitable trader. Remain consistent. You'll get it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, we congratulating here. Successful. Good morning. You want to learn? Feel free to hang out in here. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Um, but if you want to like take a course or something like that is what you're looking for, I do have an e-course available. It's a self-paced course, so there's a 6-week mentorship program. It's one-to-one. If you're interested in that. But honestly, hang out here. Make sure that the vibes is what you like. Make sure that this is what you want to do. Um, Make sure that the way that I speak and communicate is something I'm comfortable with. There's somebody that you want to learn from. But feel free to hang out here. That would be beneficial to you. If you have questions about anything, just send me a DM. I got you. Man, I'm happy for you. I'm excited. You made my morning. We help somebody make their first trade, guys. That's what we're here for. All right, what we got pushing? We're still waiting on INFL to come back. INFL right now is halted. YXT is halted. So we'll see when those two come back. DFNS a little pullback here. RITR a little pullback here. This morning I think we spoke about it during pre-market. It wasn't a crazy morning so far. But we're trying to see if we can catch us some mark so far for today. Nothing going too crazy. I know YXT did go well this morning. YXT came. It gave us a push about $5, $7, at least $7. But there's no reason why YXT is actually moving right now. Right? So we'll see what that does when it actually comes back. Is it going to continue to push up, or is it going to crack down essentially? So we'll see. Right now, AMXI, INFL, YXT, I'd say probably has the attention. But let me make sure we're not missing anything. Successful. Thank you. Ye dislike. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. I hope I said it right. I probably said it all wrong. GTE pop. We were looking at. I didn't go back to look at it. It did. Thank you, Esco. GTE did pop. BJDX. I have right here. BJDX was moving. Why was it moving? It didn't have any news this morning. Market open has just been on a downtrend here. GTE did have a nice pop here. GTE, they're the one that said that they were what did they have? They're selling their assets, their Colombian and Ecuador assets to they're selling their Colombian and Ecuador assets to another company for about $1 billion, and that would make them like debt free. Successful D. I'm sorry. I'll do a little breakdown for you to make sure that you're comfortable. Just rock with me for a second here. I don't want you to be confused. That's why I don't have all these lines and all this stuff on my screen, because I don't want people who are new to be afraid or anything like that. But simply right now, you just give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if we get somebody settled in. So there's two different stocks here, right? So you have a stock up here, and you have a stock down here, the other one that's down here, right? So these are two separate stocks. They don't go together. They're not pairs. They're not anything like that, right? So we're looking at two separate stocks here. So you'll hear me say like initials essentially, right? Which is basically we call it tickers, okay? So you hear me say GTE, you'll hear me say BJDX. That indicates which stock I'm talking about. The red and the green indicates that the stock is going up. The red indicates that the stock is coming down. And you hear us talk about price points or why the stock is moving, so on and so forth. And then you'll probably try to slowly pick up on other things. It'll take you some time. Just be patient. You're not gonna get it all in one day, but I didn't want you to be like lost, like this is like, like Chinese or whatever to you. But that's the simple basics of what you're looking at right now. Just two different stocks. The red means it's going down, the green indicates it's going up. And we're talking about the stock, the quality of the stock, how it's moving, what we're expecting. So hopefully that helps at least a little bit. I know you're new, still going to be, you're learning a new language. So just be patient with yourself and be patient with you. Sorry, YT is back. Yeah, hold it again. Hold on. Yeah, I got halted again. It got halted again. I'm like, dang, it came back. It got halted again at 36. So it got unhalted. Was unhalted for about maybe 30 seconds or so, and then it got halted again on YT. INFL halted. No, it's live. It's live. I lied. It's live. It's not halted up. INFL is live, guys. I got to get it together this morning. Don't judge me by this morning. Long morning. But good morning, guys. These are old lines on BJDX. I don't remember when we played them. But yeah, these are old lines on BJDX. I don't know. I can't. When did we play this? Oh, we looked at this stock in June. So these lines are from back in June. So around June, the stock was around this price level. It seems that we played this particular stock. Do with that information as you. But I can size it up for you guys. I didn't really size up anything this morning, but I can size it up for you guys if you double check the lines on BJDX. Good morning, Kenneth. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing good. 9:30, 9:40 almost. It's only been 8 minutes, guys. If you're not rich in the last 8 minutes, it's a-okay. You'll catch a wave. Be patient. Right now, the stocks that are doing decent keep getting halted. INFL, YXT was doing decent, keep getting halted. AM, they're both halted again currently. What is a halt? A halt is basically like a timeout. So you'll hear us say that a lot of times. The stock is halted, indicates that the stock is frozen. It's on a timeout basically. If the stock is doing well, then it'll get halted. If the stock is doing, I'm not gonna say bad, but if there's a sell-off, the stock is coming down fast, and also be placed on a timeout also. And you have AMIX trying to hold itself up. AMIX is what made us our money yesterday. So let's see if we could catch a mark today. I don't have nothing that I'm in love with this morning yet. I don't know why my eyes are. I don't have anything that I'm in love with this morning yet, but let's see. Trying to see if I can catch me a mark. I'm only here till about 10:15. This one was on our watch list. We didn't talk about it, but they had earnings. Everybody had a pop. They reported their, I think their first fiscal earnings for 2027 or their projection for 2027, but they had some kind of earnings this morning for APPS. So they're moving off of earnings on this particular one. Ken, if I come on about 9 Eastern time. Let me know if you guys are in on anything, looking at anything. You're welcome. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we're gonna be doing our little book review. We're reading Atomic Habits for those that's been reading it or interested in reading it, interested in joining us. I encourage you to read the book, get the book, come in, let's talk about it, see how you guys feel about it. But if you're trying to do anything, I promise you that book is very beneficial, aiding on essentially becoming a better version of yourself or the version that you would want to be, or who you say. So if you guys are interested, feel free to join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. I did create a live event. If you want to take a look at it in my bio, if you could sign up and register for it. That way you'll get like a notification when it actually starts. Um, FCV. When did we look at? We looked at that one. I think we looked at that stock last week. Yeah, there's nothing really going on. I think last week Thursday around that time it popping. They're expecting, yeah, it was popping like Thursday or something last week. They're expecting earnings report in the next 28 days. I don't know if they're expecting or projecting I don't know if they're expecting or projecting positive earnings. You could probably do some research on that and see if they're expecting like positive earnings. Maybe you'll get a little pop in what, a month or so. In 28 days, they're gonna have an earnings report. So maybe I'll have a little pop then. I don't know if you're able to. I don't know how far deep you're in, or you know how far in the negative you're in. You can look at it and see. Maybe you'll get a push then. If you know, maybe you'll be able to recover. If you are able to hold that long, if they're expecting or they're projecting, you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Oh, you can't hang. My bad. I thought you said can't hear. All right, understandable. I was just looking at it just to see like other ways that you can evaluate. My bad. But yeah, that one was from last week sometime. NFL is back, guys. NFL is back and moving. YXT is still quoted. BJDX holding $1.50. AMXI is doing this thing here. DFNS is still holding $61. So we have a few stocks, not going crazy for real. But you have a few stocks if you wanted to pick something that you really wanted to rock with. You have APPS moving off of earnings, right? So if you're looking for a play, what could you look at? You have DFNS holding $61. DFNS, we looked at it for the past 2 weeks, I want to say at least now. We've seen this stock come from $6 to $105, $107. Going off the top of my head, my numbers may be slightly incorrect. Bear with me, give me some grace there. We can look at DFNS to see what that one is going to do right for today. So DFNS is holding itself, nice little chart setup. Is it going crazy? Not for real. But it gave you a nice little $6 pop here on DFNS, right? You have RTR, we looked at RTR last week or Monday earlier sometime. Slightly moving, nothing too crazy on this one. Gave you about 5 or 6 cents so far for this morning. YTX got halted twice this morning already, right? It's still halted, been halted since 9:36. Right now we're looking at a 10-minute hold. Should be back at about 9:46. We got another minute or so before this one comes back. This one popped from this morning from about a $3 stop We seen this thing go all the way up to about $11 so far. Um, so let's see why this one comes back. There's no news or anything that I was able to locate on YXT this morning. And then you have what is it? INLF. Again, moving. I wasn't able to find any news on INLF, but INLF has a nice, very nice chart setup. If I'm being quite honest with you guys so far, it did very well during pre-market. Tried to hold itself together, and then close to the market, maybe about 20 minutes before market open, it really started to get some attention and got a nice little rise out of it here on INLF. INLF was on the watch list since this morning. Just no news or anything really attached to it, quite frankly. And then you got AMXI, AMIX, my apologies. AMIX is where some of us made our money yesterday, right? Still holding itself up. It does not have any new news today. They're moving because they had a patent from yesterday, right? No new news today. Um, it's still moving off of its momentum from yesterday, right? So a lot of times when a stock is not, when nothing is doing anything on that particular day, we have no new stocks raging or taking, control of the market. A lot of times people go back, or sometimes the news is just that good, it holds weight and carries on into the next day. So this one has a pattern, nothing's really raging, so that's why it's holding its ground and kind of doing it. And then you have APPS is earnings. APPS is moving off of earnings this morning. So yeah, so that's where we're at so far. Let's see. Zamara. Good morning. Welcome in. It's okay to be new here. I don't tell you exactly where to get in at, but I give you an idea of where I'm getting in at, what I'm looking at, so on and so forth. And the reason that I don't tell you guys exactly, I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm buying this stock at $1. I'll give you guys an idea of what I'm getting into or what I'm looking at. You'll see. Do I have any lines on it here? You'll see lines on my chart like this, like to kind of give you an idea. Like these blue lines usually gives you an idea. I'm gonna move it back, guys. But I'll usually give you an idea of what I'm looking at, and I'll tell you guys, hey, I'm trying to get in around some of these areas. And the reason for that is I'm big on more like educating, make sure that you guys have a good understanding of what you're doing. Because if I'm not here, you should be able to understand the trade, what you're getting into, and why you're getting into it. But I do give you a clear, I almost say clear understanding of what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, or where I'm getting in. But I do not say, hey, I'm about to buy a million of these shares at $1 and get out at $1.15. I definitely leave that up to everybody to kind of do on their own. We're not here to persuade anybody or at least I'm not here to manipulate anybody into buying something or anything of that sort. I know there are some rooms that is exactly what they do. It's just not what I do in here. But hopefully the information is beneficial to you and you are able to learn kind of on it. All right, give me 1 second. On which one? Pink. You went red. No, you red one green. Remember, got it. They had earnings this morning, right? Yeah, they had earnings this morning. They did decent in pre-market. We'll talk about this one. Talk about that one. Esco, thank you so much for the goats. Carrie, thank you so much for the heart. Me, I greatly appreciate it. Esco, I'm saying good morning. Congratulations on going green on AMIX. Let's go. You locking in green today. It's 2 for 2 for you today, Esco. Good job. You're new and you're lost. You have to allow yourself time or give yourself grace. Stocks and finance and all that, it's a brand new language. So it takes time for you to kind of understand and be fluent in it. You also have to remain consistent in it. So you have to determine what kind of trader you want to be. You have to determine how your trading style is. And make sure that you understand whomever you're learning from, they communicate in a manner that you're comfortable with, so on and so forth. Well, feel free to hang out here. I try to keep it as simple as possible, honestly, and hopefully the information is beneficial to you. If you're looking for like coursing or anything of that sort, I do have an e-course. It is self-paced. You can do on your own if you want, or if you're looking for like one-on-one, you have a 6-week program that you can look at also. But hang out here, make sure that the information is what you're looking for, or at least helps click a little for you. And kind of go. Yes, we congratulate everybody. You got in and out. Good play on AMX, AMIX. AMIX was my play yesterday. Gave me some grain yesterday. I don't know. Today just feels off for me. You guys know if I'm not feeling it, if it doesn't line up for me, I'm okay with watching it past my screen. Um, but I don't have anything that's like popping for me that I understand. Like, oh my gosh, everybody's going. Well, not everybody, but certain people are going. He took the stock. He talked about the stock. He didn't take a trade. If I'm not feeling, I'm not set up for it. I'm not gonna jump on it. But I'm happy you guys are making. Happy you guys are going. We have somebody that did their first actual trade today, so those are all good things. Let's go. Have a good day. Good job going green today. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope to see you tomorrow. You have a great rest of your day. Think you okay out there? Feels so quiet in the morning. INLF INLF is INLF is halted again. I'm sorry. INLF is halted at $7.11 here. Maine, thank you so much for the heart pup. I appreciate it. Hope you're able to remain profitable. I'm sure we gonna bounce back. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. What's going to bounce back as in stocks? I mean, right now you have GTE that's trying to hold itself up. DFNS, you have AMXI. INLF and YXT been playing the whole game. A lot of times when they're playing the whole game, it depletes the value of the stock. So that one is currently halted. YXT is up about $6.90. I'm trying to hold the $7 mark. Um, for me today, nothing too appealing, nothing too crazy for real. But DFNS is holding itself. Our ITR not doing too much there. If anything, honestly, probably your best bet AMXI. That was your play from yesterday. It had quality news from yesterday and definitely has decent attention towards it today. So if I was forcing myself to do a play, I probably won't trade anything. That's the reason that I'm saying forcing myself to do. I would lean on AMXI for me personally. And then you have APPS that has earnings this morning, but I would still lean on AMXI. Just for me personally. Michelle, good morning. Thank you for coming in. If you want to learn trading, one, I always say allow yourself to be in an environment like this, environments that talk about trading, talk about stocks, that allows you to learn in that way. Um, then if you're looking for like coursing or anything like that, I do have an e-course available. It's a self-paced course. You'll find a link for that in my bio, in addition to a 6-week one-to-one program. If you're interested in that, you'll see the information for that also in my bio under mentorship. But feel free to hang out here, ask questions. I try to keep it as simple as I can in here, at least to try to introduce you guys to stock, make sure that it's something that you actually want to do. And make sure that whoever you're learning from is somebody that, of course, you're comfortable with. For you. But if you have questions or anything, feel free to send me a DM. If anybody's uncomfortable doing the DM, so on my actual webpage, you'll see a section that's financial, and it'll allow you to send me a direct email in the contact section. I'm not currently in anything right now. What I buy into AMIX, if I was looking for a trade, like if I said I had to trade today, AMIX would be for me. If I was picking through all these stocks, if I had to pick a trade and it was like, hey, there's no if, ands, or buts about it, take a trade, I would try to look for AMI. But my preference right now, being that is there's not on that. I added these two lines on AMIX. I'm still not looking for a trade, but I added these two lines on AMIX if I was looking for a possible trade on it. I'd lean towards probably one of those areas there. But we do have old lines on this thing, like up in these 20s area. So we played this stock in this area before, $28. I don't remember when. But it do have higher lines that we play. Again, if I was looking for a certain play, that I had to play a particular stock, my pick right now, that would be it. Um, Caroline, I hope I said it right. Bless Caroline, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the daily heart, man. Greatly appreciate it. NFL is back. Aline, good morning. Yes, I do. Happy Wednesday. I ain't that left. I don't have one for that one. Honest answer. I don't have one for it. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't even. I'll just say that I don't have a. Any suggestions on that one? People are buying in or buying out. Just like me and you, there's people buying in, there's brokers buying in, there's it's not just you and me. I know it's what 30 or 40 people in here. It's not just you and me purchasing stocks. So, people purchase stocks all around the world. So a lot of these stocks are they could be invested in the background from like your 401ks, all these different kind of investments things, mutual funds investing. It could be individuals buying into it. It could be larger trading communities buying into them. So it's just the movement of the stock going up and down. So think about supply and demand, right? I always think about the stock market like a store. You want to be where everybody's at, essentially, right? So they're all, as day traders, all looking for the best deal. You're looking to buy the cheapest stock to sell it at the highest price as a day trader. But you also have people who may say, hey, you know what, I like AMIX. I'm going to buy AMIX. I think AMIX is going to do great long run because they got the new patent. And I think in 5 years, the stock is going to be worth $20. So they may say, hey, I'm going to buy 1,000 shares. I'm going to buy 100 shares and I'm going to hold it for the next 10 years. That individual is holding that stock and is trying to hold that stock, at whatever price they're at, right? So when you purchase a stock at a particular price, let's say I buy it at $10, me and everybody else who purchased the stock at $10 is helping hold that value of that stock at that $10 mark. The stock goes up and down based off the fluctuation of purchasing and selling, of the price of the fluctuation of purchasing and selling. Hopefully that makes sense. No, I'm not an AMIS. You make your purchases through a broker. So a broker is like your stock or your financial banking essentially for stocks. So you get a broker and they become the middleman, right? They hold your money, buy the stocks, and they give you your back when they ask for it back. Uh, yeah. As a beginner, I tell you, you can use TradingView. You can use what is it, Webull. You can use Robinhood. Those are all beginner friendly or brand new. But if you go in my bio, you'll see a section I think it says free resources or something like that. It's absolute that you download for the down. It's a file that you'll see, and it has information on um um their minimum balance that they allow you to. It's a fraction of the stock. They do for some of them you can get your 401k with all these different kind of things, so you can look at what exactly you're looking for, and just kind of go from there. But a lot of them are honestly right now free, and you just have to put a minimum balance in, and there's no actual trading with it. So I always tell people get you a few brokers and test it out, right? I would hope you don't only have one bank account, so it's kind of the same thing. Just get you a few, kind of test it out, see like whatever you favor. Essentially, they all do the same thing. INLF is halted down at 6:30. INLF is halted down currently. Um, secure. I hope I said it right. If I didn't, my apologies. Thank you so much for the greatly. I'm gonna do a quick recap because I do have a doctor to kind of get to. Regarding trading today again. Excuse me. Excuse me. Market was a little. I'm not gonna say market was a little rocky. It just didn't align for me this morning, so I didn't take a trade. I didn't do anything. But you did have a few stocks moving, a few stocks kind of doing their thing this morning. You guys can continue to take a look at AMIX. I told you guys if I was forcing myself to take a trade, AMIX would have been my pick for me to force myself to take a trade. But of course, we're not forcing anything. You wouldn't want to force anything. AMIX came down. It just came down right to this bottom line right here. So if anybody was really looking at it, and it's did the setup that works for you. You just got a quick play on AMIX, came down right to this bottom line, trying to find this pop up. Seems like it might be respecting that line for a little rejection there. Not to say I'm right 100% all the time, but it's doing its thing. I think I'll kind of try to hold itself up, especially that nothing else is really going wild right. DFNS, we looked at DFNS a few times. DFNS is trying to hold itself up, trying to see if it can hold the $60 line. Gave us a nice little pop this. So this is again a continuation from a week and a half ago. Exactly, probably 2 Mondays. mentally correct. I may be wrong. And you have where is it? APPS. I don't have it, but APPS. There it goes. APPS is moving off of earnings this morning. They announced and provided their earnings this morning. That is why that one was moving. That is why that one had a pop this morning. DGBL, I have somewhere here. DGBI, you mean, right? DGBI, not DGBL. Right? Is that what you're talking about? DGBI? I don't have DGBL, but if you're talking about DGBI, I have that. I don't believe I looked at DGBL. Yeah, DGBI, yeah. DGBI had news this morning that they receive a dollar. They had news this morning that they receive an offer for the purchase of their entire company for $1 billion. And if they were to go through with that purchase, it would give them the share value of about 70 something dollars or so. Maybe slightly off with the. They did receive a very large offer. That's why they had a pop this morning. But they're not like in the stage of that. But that's why they got that's why they had a pop. They got an offer for $1 million. Had to take the offer or not unknown, but the offer, if they do take it, the shares will be worth about 70 something, 70 something. And then we had INFL. I don't know if I spoke about it, but INFL had a nice pop this morning. No news or anything attached to it. Currently hosted, not doing crazy. YXT2 had a nice pop this morning doing pre-market. Did very well doing pre-market. Just no news or anything like that. And it's been halted. I believe this is like the fourth or fifth halt so far for the morning. On that one, so you can take a look at it, see if it's the thing. Again, for me, if I was forcing myself to trade, that wouldn't really be my pick. You know, do as you. Um, yeah, I think that's really it. I think that's really it for me. If you guys need anything, of course, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to assist you guys. I'm reading Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits. If anybody's interested. We're gonna do like a reading or kind of like a breakdown of it on tomorrow at 8 p.m. There's like a live event to sign up for, so you can have the notification when we actually go live or start about it. That sort. If you guys are interested in the watch list, all the information that I send out every day, feel free to go on my bio. You'll see a section that says watch list. I do send this out every day, way before I actually come on, give you a breakdown of the stocks, why the stock. I do have an e-course and a membership program, one program available today, foundations and the market. Check that out in the bio. Outside of trading, I mean, stocks and all of that. But I actually hold a master's degree in finance. So I do have a financial consulting, bookkeeping, budgeting, anything of that sort. I do things. You'll find all that information in the bio. Um, but if you guys need anything, reach out. I hope you guys are going to have an see your day. As always, I encourage you guys to go out in this hours to leave out and goodness and kindness. I hope that goodness and kindness is able to come back and heal. All want to see good. That good that you too want to see. You guys leading without pink, you're welcome down for you. But you will bounce back. Definitely chit chat about that one. If you guys need any chat, I'm probably good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 Eastern, and then tomorrow night we're gonna be talking about. But yeah, if you guys need anything, reach out to send me a chat, and I'm happy you enjoyed it. We'll be back on tomorrow, guys. I'm happy it was beneficial. Let's go. Good job, guys. You guys are learning. Got to get to the earning.